No. No more.
If the heart shuts down, a simple electrical charge can get it going again. A heart that's beating stops it dead.
Please, I can't take any more.
Wow.
Please don't.
The movie opens with a secret FBI unit that deals with the most dangerous psychopaths and serial killers. To catch them faster, the government decides to involve civilians with supernatural abilities. Maya is one of the first victims of a maniac known as the Cusp. After miraculously surviving, she discovers she can enter the killer's mind and see through his eyes. Because of this gift, the FBI recruits her to help hunt him down. Special Agent Castle and his tactical team are trying to track the psychopath. Through the killer's eyes, Maya watches him torture his latest victim and describes everything in real time to the agent. By the time the SWAT team storms the location, the victim is already dead and the killer has vanished. Maya says he sensed her inside his head and fled. 1 year later, Sheriff Harris is investigating a series of murders of young women. While examining a crime scene, an officer tells him that a college girl has gone missing, Penelope, the sheriff's own niece. Meanwhile, Maya is living in the city, helping random people find their missing loved ones by touching objects and entering the victim's memories. 2 FBI agents show up at her door. Agent Castle convinces her that they can't catch this monster without her help. At the same time, the psychopath is tormenting Penelope. He plays her recordings of his previous victims begging for their lives. He puts a plastic bag over her head until she passes out, then revives her, only to do it all over again. The FBI and Maya join Sheriff Harris's investigation. You can immediately feel the tension between the sheriff and Agent Schuyler. Agent Castle explains Maya's past to the sheriff. The killer murdered and revived her 6 times. She's the only victim who ever survived. The last time her pulse flatlined, so the maniac dumped her in an alley thinking she was finally dead. To get a lead, Maya tries to enter the killer's mind again, but she needs an object that belongs to him. She quickly realizes the item they gave her isn't the killer's. It's just a piece of the blouse Penelope was wearing when she was taken. The maniac senses her trying to reach him and starts toying with her. Police desperately search for anything that belongs to the killer. Alone with the sheriff, Maya explains that in trance she can describe places and people down to the smallest detail. To prove it, she takes his ring and describes his memories, a helicopter crash in Afghanistan. Convinced, Harris believes her gift can save his niece. He hands her one of Penelope's belongings. Maya goes into trance and watches the killer electrocute the girl and bring her back to life again. Agent Schuyler bursts in and orders the sheriff to surrender his weapon. A hair found on the latest victim belongs to Harris. Certain the sheriff is innocent, Maya knocks Schuyler out and she and Harris escape together. They head to the place where Penelope was abducted. While looking for clues, they notice someone is watching them. Without hesitation, they jump in the car and chase the mysterious man, but he gets away. Harris and Maya go to the morgue. The FBI is hot on their trail, but they manage to lose Agent Schuyler. Harris takes Maya to his secret apartment so they can lay low for a while. In the middle of the night, Maya grabs Penelope's clothing, enters trance, sees the abduction, and gets a blurry glimpse of the killer's face. Harris pulls her out, but she already knows exactly where Penelope was taken from. Harris says they're going there right now. Meanwhile, the maniac is preparing the next death for his victim. This time, Penelope is supposed to bleed out. And now we finally see the killer's face. It's Deputy Duncan, the officer who works side by side with Sheriff Harris. At the same moment, the coroner calls Harris and says he's traced who has been buying large quantities of medical equipment. Following one of the addresses, Harris finds withered flowers soaked in chloroform, exactly how the killer knocks out his victims. Harris and Maya don't notice that Duncan, the real maniac, is watching them from across the street. He calls Skylar and rats out their location. Touching one of the flowers, Maya finally enters the killer's memories. She describes the place, and Harris realizes where they need to go: an abandoned chemical plant on the outskirts of town. As they leave the building, Skylar is waiting with a gun pointed at Harris. Maya slips out the back door and drives off alone. Harris tries to explain he's been framed and the real killer is still out there, but Skylar cuffs him anyway. Maya arrives at the plant by herself. She runs into Duncan, who claims Agent Castle sent him to check the building. He puts her in his car and says they'll wait for Harris. Meanwhile, Castle is interrogating the sheriff. Harris manages to convince him he's innocent, and Castle orders the tactical team to move in. Back at the plant, Maya activates her device to enter trance again. Duncan smashes the device before she can wake up. Maya is now trapped inside the killer's mind, her body unconscious. The maniac carries her limp body to the room where Penelope is being held. FBI storms the plant. Skylar goes in first, finds the girls, but the killer is nowhere to be seen. Duncan attacks from behind and buries an axe in Skylar's back. The lights go out. The maniac suddenly finds himself staring down Harris's gun barrel. A brutal fight breaks out. Penelope stabs Duncan in the arm with a knife. He knocks her out, grabs Maya, and disappears into the dark corridors. Harris gets Penelope to safety and calls for help, then runs after the killer. Duncan jumps into a helicopter and takes off, but Harris manages to grab onto the skid. Inside the killer's mind, Maya discovers his deepest fear: complete darkness. She blinds him psychically, forcing Duncan to make an emergency landing. Harris jumps off just before impact. Duncan grabs Maya and tries to run. Harris catches up, but the killer puts a knife to Maya's throat and demands he drop the gun. Maya snaps out of the trance at the last second, pushes the killer away, and Harris puts a bullet in Duncan's head. As he dies, Duncan experiences everything his victims felt. Maya brings every murdered girl into his mind to torment him one final time. Harris gently pulls Maya out of the trance, and of course, they share a kiss. After everything they've been through, something real has sparked between them. Walking away from the killer's body, the two look almost relieved. The monster finally got what he deserved. And that's how the movie ends.